Hey guys, WarBucks here with DayTradingVoice.com. Tonight's video is going to be a very fast walkthrough on how I scan using the Thinkorswim Profit Scanner system. So, having said that, let's get started because I'm going to have to try to cram a lot of information into a fairly short video if I want to get all of this covered on one YouTube video. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is once you're in Thinkorswim, you're going to want to click on Charts and click on Profit. From there, you're going to want to select 6-month daily on your time frame. Go out in the middle of your screen, right-click, Patterns, Find Patterns, and it'll bring up this general box. From there, you're going to want to select a check mark in all three of these boxes. Make sure Quality is selected here, 100 symbols. Direction, I have Bullish. Trend, I have both. Breakout, I have Emerging. And my time frame, I have last 5 days. Keep in mind you can change these settings around based on your style of trading. You click on this next pattern, the tab here for patterns. I have everything selected. Keep in mind if you have only one thing selected at a time, it'll find nothing but that pattern, but it'll find a lot more of that particular pattern because it's the only thing it's looking for. Having said that, on the ratings tab, I have my volume set to 1 to 5. Everything else is 0 to 5 for this video. For the watch list, I do not have anything going to my watch list. If you scan every night and you have it all going to your watch list, you're going to get very crowded in a hurry. And as far as filters go, I don't have anything in here, but if you're looking for stocks, for example, from $2 to $5 or $10 to $20, you would put that in here and hit apply. So let's just hit apply and see what happens. From here, you put all your results right over here on the left-hand side, and you can scroll through all of these. And so let's just go through here. You just double click on them. It puts the pattern in here automatically, is what I just helped you set up. You highlight that pattern, it'll tell you what it is. So if you're a new trader and you're just trying to get the hang of everything, this is kind of cheating, but it works quite well. So let's just go scrolling down through here and see if we can find some nice setups. This is only for example purposes only, so these picks I'm giving you tonight are not picks that I would recommend you trading tomorrow. Talk a little bit about my indicators real quick. I'm using the RSI indicator and a full stochastic set to 1433. I have a buy trigger indicator setting on both of these. How that works is I get a sell indicator to go short when I'm coming out of the overbought area crossing the 80 bar, and when I'm coming up out of the oversold area crossing the 20 bar, it gives me a buy trigger. Okay, and then of course we have the volume. So and these little highlighted boxes here, these are candlestick patterns, which I'll show you how to set that up in a minute, and that will come on automatically as well if you're in Thinkorswim. What I'm really looking for, and that this pattern's not doing it, I'm looking for areas where the stochastic is coming up out of the oversold area, and I have a lower trend line bounce happening at the same time. And so we're going to go through and see if we can find that type of setup. I'm going through fairly fast because I'm going to try to cover as much information on this video but yet make it as formative as possible. So let me just kind of cruise on through here until I find something. You can go through here as fast or as slow as possible. Here's something that looks pretty good, this AGCO. You have a nice 200 bounce. You have you're coming out, you're crossing over of the 20 bar from the stochastic. And so that would be something I would at least be watching for. I think it's going to go up to the 50-day moving average fairly easy, which would probably be a point or so from where we're at right now. Okay, let's just cruise along here though. And here's what I'm looking for. I'll keep talking as I'm scrolling along. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for a candlestick pattern and a technical pattern or a stock pattern to both be telling me the same thing. As a trader, what we're doing is we're trying to put all of the odds in our favor. The more odds we can put in our favor, the better off we're going to do. So there's no science to this. It's not, it's not a given that just because something's bouncing off the lower trend line, it's going to bounce. A lot of people say that the trend line is the closest place to the breakdown. So it's all just a matter of trying to place the odds in your favor. This one here is a fairly nice looking setup. I wouldn't play it. It's kind of a cheapie. Not enough upside potential to make the risk worthwhile. But the setup did look nice. So I'm just going to keep cruising down through here, and I'll show you if I see anything that that looks good, just to kind of give you examples. As you can see here, I mean, we got a little breakout going on this one here with life. You know, you got the breakout of a upper trend line. Anytime you have a trend line and a moving average intersecting, if a stock breaks out above that or comes up against it, it becomes either great support or great resistance. And if you break through those areas, usually it gives you a little bit of extra fuel. So that one's not looking too bad, but I'm not going to put it on my watch list. It's not looking, you know, that good. Anyway, I think you've got the basic understanding of how I'm going through here. I will be covering in much greater detail on the site over at daytradingvoice.com the finer technicals of my trading and discussing the trades, you know, as they happen. But for now, I'm just trying to get you newer traders to learn and get comfortable with scanning. Once you're done going through this technical scan, I have a notepad in front of me, and I write down all my favorite symbols and a brief explanation for what I liked about that particular setup. Keep in mind, I'm only looking for 5 to 10 setups a night going into the next day so that I'm not overwhelming myself. The next thing I do is I right-click in the screen again and I hit patterns, but this time I'm going down to find candlestick patterns. I have done a lot of research on the most successful or the most accurate candlestick patterns. And so what I did is I put the top 10 accuracy candlestick patterns on the list only. And so that's all I have here, and you can copy those off my list. And I'm looking for the last 5 days, and I have all these boxes checked. We hit apply. And as I said before, what I'm looking for is a confirmation candlestick pattern that already lines up with one of these patterns that I've already fell in love with. So what we do is we just kind of scroll down through the list, and as you can see, these if you highlight them, they also will tell you what they are, so they're great for education. So here you have a nice little bounce, and you also have a crossover of the stochastic. Not that I'm recommending this, but I'm just showing you kind of the accuracy factor of some of these candlestick patterns. But we're going to scroll down through here quite fast, and I'll show you if anything really stands out that I should feel like I need to talk about. Okay, here's something that I've already, you know, traded and annotated in quite a bit. You can see all my support and resistance bars all over this thing. This is Morgan Stanley. Perfect example of a perfect trade setup. Right here you have your bullish engulfing pattern, but it's setting right on this lower trend line. And so that to me would have been a perfect entry, considering that you're getting your buy signal right here, and so you would have been along for this ride. Okay, so that's the type of setup I'm looking for. And granted, you're not going to find them all the time, but you're not looking for them all the time. You're only looking for 4 or 5 out of 100 or several hundred, depending on how much scanning you do. And there's always a few of them out there each night where everything just lines up. And so that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for the stars to line up, put the odds in our favor, and you know, we just take notes, and we just you know, work. You know, if you're always doing all the work so you're prepared, as soon as that opportunity comes by and it meets your preparation, you're going to succeed. And so you just don't ever feel like you're wasting your time doing these scans. If you get good at it, they definitely will help you make money. They'll definitely build your consistency, because you're looking for the same type of pattern over and over and over again. Once you find something that works for you, you stick with it. Don't let all your buddies talk you out of your patterns. If they're working for you, then they're working. So this is WarBucks. I hope this video has been informative to you. I'll talk to you on daytradingvoice.com. WarBucks out.